Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another video. Today we will discuss chapter number 1, measurement, and the topic is Vernier Caliper. So students, what is Vernier Caliper? A Vernier Caliper is like the Swiss Army knife of measurement tools in physics. It's a device that helps you to measure the length, depth or diameter of objects with remarkable precision down to the fractions of a millimeter. Imagine trying to measure the thickness of a coin or the inner diameter of a pipe where a regular ruler would fail. The Vernier caliper steps in like a pro. It has two main parts, the fixed scale and the sliding Vernier scale. And both of these parts work together to give you accurate readings. Whether you are a student measuring metal rods in a lab or an engineer designing intricate machinery, the Vernier caliper is your go-to tool for precise measurements. The least count of a Vernier caliper is like its superpower. It tells you how precisely it can measure. Think of it as the smallest difference the caliper can detect between 2 points. For example, if you are measuring the thickness of a paper or the gap between two sheets of glass, the least count ensures you don't even miss the tiniest detail. It is calculated by dividing the smallest division on the main scale by the total number of divisions on the Vernier scale. In simple terms, it's what makes the Vernier caliper a perfectionist's best friend, ensuring every measurement is accurate down to the finest detail. The value of the least count of a standard Vernier caliper is 0.01 centimeter or 0.1 millimeter. This means it can measure up to 1/100th of a centimeter or 1/10th of a millimeter. Now let us understand the three basic parts of a Vernier caliper. Number 1, main scale. The fixed part of caliper with a scale marked in millimeters or inches is termed as main scale. Number 2, Vernier scale. A movable scale that allows for more precise readings, usually marked in smaller divisions. And the number 3 is zero error. If present, we have to check first of all for zero error. Now how we can check it? We can check it by closing the calipers completely and noting if the scales align perfectly. Now we are going to discuss the steps needed to calculate the total reading. First of all, we will observe the main scale just before the zero mark of the Vernier scale. Then we'll record the reading in millimeters or inches depending on the scale. Number 2, that is Vernier scale reading. Now we will look at the Vernier scale and note the line that aligns exactly with any line on the main scale. And then we'll multiply this aligned number by least count of the caliper. And the number 3 is we'll add the main scale reading and Vernier scale reading and get the final result. After that, we will check if there is any zero error present or not. If there's a positive zero error, we'll subtract the error value from the total reading, and if there's a negative zero error, we will add the error value to the total reading. For example, here the main scale reading is 13 and the total number of divisions are 21, whereas the least count is 0.02, so we will multiply least count with the Vernier scale mark and then we will add this Vernier scale reading in the main scale reading and get the total result.